Hello everyone, welcome back here to my studio at home. I'm James, in case we haven't met. Today's practice will be a very gentle yin restorative practice. We will be using a couple of blocks. They don't have to be the same size, but if they are, that's totally okay. And also a yoga strap, which you'll put into a loop if possible. And again, the loop is also optional, right? So, but you do want a yoga strap. You want it to be rigid and not an elastic one. All right. If you do have a thick cushion or pillow, we'll use that as well. If you have a yoga bolster, then that's completely fine. You could use a yoga bolster. But otherwise, a couple of pillows can also go ahead and suffice. Practice will be just about an hour long, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. I'll have some sort of background relaxing music as well. Tune into the instructions. I may show you a couple of different camera angles and we'll stay in the asanas, in the postures from anywhere from 1.5 minutes to 2 to 3 minutes. Okay? Again, mainly designed for lower back pain, lower back health, stretching through the legs without so much the physical asanas like downward facing dog that requires a lot of shoulder endurance and so forth to maintain the position. This, for the most part, we're on our back. Hope you enjoy, hope it serves you well. Let's go ahead and begin. All right, everyone, we're going to go ahead and come down to our back. We're going to go ahead and hug the right knee into the chest, interlace your hands over the shin just below the kneecap, relax your head down, and start to go ahead and circle your knee in a clockwise fashion. Massage the hip joint on the right side. And also circle counterclockwise and just notice how that feels in the hip socket, maybe across the lower back. Maybe you come in a bit here and move a bit left and right. You want to go ahead and inhale as you're going around. Exhale as you come in. So during that exhale is when you press just a little bit more. Good. Extend the right foot up towards the ceiling, interlace hands behind the leg, and circle the foot about the ankle. Fan the toes open, maybe curl the toes closed, point and flex back and forth a few times. Excellent. And hug that knee back into the chest here. Now slowly as you bring both knees in, inhaling here, exhale knees over to your left for a passive twist. Upper back should stay flat, broad through the neck and shoulders here. Soft through the neck and shoulders. Palm of your right hand facing up and palm of your left hand gently pressing against the outside of the right thigh. Slowly as you press away and a little bit of rolling action towards the floor. Breathe into this ribcage belly on the right side. And with your exhale, maybe you're pressing just a bit more. And you might even extend that top heel away from you here. Gently as you release, knee comes back to center. Go ahead and place the foot down and go ahead and stretch the feet out away. Reach the hands back. Sometimes I like to interlace the hands one on top of the other here as I reach back, long pencil stretch. Belly button in, pull it towards the floor. Quadriceps active, engaged legs, strong legs. Dorsiflex feet towards you as you extend through the heels. Deep inhale here. Exhale it out. Left knee comes into the chest here. Interlace over the shin, counterclockwise as you start to circle. Massaging the hip joint. How much you press is really up to you. Move a little bit, maybe left and right. Press a bit more, squeeze it into the armpit, and then slowly again continue to circle the knee, massaging the hip joint. And you might circle in the other direction also. Good. Extend the foot up towards the ceiling. And again, begin to circle the foot about the ankle joint here, nice and slow. Let's go a few counterclockwise and a few clockwise. And curl toes closed, fan toes open, point flex back and forth. Give that knee a little squeeze again. And this time as you bend both knees, lower back, press it against the floor. Nice flat back. Inhale here. Exhale, guide knees to your right. Nice and slow as you come down. And the palm of your right hand now pressing against the outer left thigh. Pressing away and roll and press it towards the floor. Don't press during the inhale. During the inhale, you want to relax with the hand. Breathe into the rib cage and the left side body. During your exhale, you press a bit more. Extend maybe the top left heel further away if you want to here. Get a little extra stretch through the heel. You might feel it into the greater trochanter on the left side. Slowly as you release and bring the knees back to center here. Interlace the hands over the knees here and gradually hug the knees in here, especially if there's any stiffness in the lower back. This particular stretch is really good for the lower back. Sort of simulates a child's pose, except you're relaxing on your back and you control how much you want to bring your knees in. Rock a little bit here, left and right. Good. Let's go ahead and have a seat and bring the pillow nearby. I'm going to go ahead and change the camera angle. Alright, we're going to go ahead and place the pillow or the bolster underneath the feet here, just besides the hips and just below the pelvis here on the floor. We're going to go ahead and bring the soles of the feet together, and we're going to come down nice and slow, flat across the upper back. We're going to go ahead and relax through the upper back. Let the knees open up here. If you have two blocks and the inner thighs are a bit tight, one block on each side supporting the outsides of the knees, outside of the thighs. Otherwise, you could place the block over to the side. Across the upper back, wiggle around a little bit, get nice and comfortable, and then go ahead and begin. Bring your attention to the breath. Lengthen breath through the nose. Exhale out through the nose. Or out through the mouth. Let gravity take over. Lower back, hips settling into your mat, into your space. Eyes closed and your attention on the breath. Good. Slowly, as we start to blink the eyes open, we're going to bring the inner thighs again close together, nice and slow. And we'll hug the knees into the chest and circle the knees around a little bit here. Bend and extend through the legs a few times. Engaging the thighs as you extend through the heels. Excellent. Let's go ahead and come to a seated position. Put the block over to the side and come to a child's pose or balasana. Sit the knees a little bit wider. Toes, big toes a little bit closer together. If your knees are a bit sensitive, if the flexion is a bit much, you can always sit on a block back here. Keep some distance, of course, between the feet, and you can come down there. Or if you don't need it, you like the deeper flexion in the knees, your sit bones sit back as you rest the forehead down to the mat here. Deep inhale first, and exhale as we come down. Allow the forehead to rest, wiggle the shoulders away from ears. Lengthening breath through the nose, exhale it out through the mouth. Press into the hands, slowly come to a tabletop position. Adjust the hands about shoulder distance apart, and the knees maybe about the same, maybe slightly a bit closer here. Fan the fingers nice and wide open. Inhale as you begin to come into the lordotic curve. Long neck here as we draw the shoulders back, chin slightly forward, gaze forward, and belly down, hips up and back. So tailbone is up and back here. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, press into the hands, round the back, draw the belly in, tuck tailbone underneath you and keep pushing floor away, chin to chest, shoulders away from ears. Stay here for another short breath so you can exhale all of it out. And again, inhale as you come to cow or Vittalasana. Exhale into cat, Marjariasana. Again, inhale cow. And exhale cat. Good. Now, one of the blocks, you're going to bring it with you on the right side. And I'm going to go ahead and face this way for just a second so you can kind of see how I'm placing the block. I'm going to bring the block over to the side of the mat, and I want the inner thigh here to come on the block or on the pillow, okay? So there's going to be a 90-degree bend in the knee. I'm going to come down first here. I'm going to relax the left knee thigh all the way down. Then I'm going to bend the right knee. I'm going to bring the knee closer towards me, and I'm going to position the block this way, maybe supporting the thigh, right? So the pelvis is opening a bit by the lift that the block is creating, but my forehead is right now relaxing down. Now, some that want a bit more might come to the forearms first and thread the right arm through as you slowly lower down. You could rest your forehead on top of your hand here, or you could rest the forehead to the floor. If this arm through your right arm through to the left is a bit much, Go ahead and come down. Bring your left ear down and rest your left arm beside you, palm face up. Look to the right and go ahead and place the left ear down here. And relax here as you breathe. And you might situate the block so it's in a comfortable position for yourself. In this case, it might just support the knee on the right side. And this way you're wiggling the shoulders away from ears. Nice little neck across the left side of the neck, across the sternocleidomastoid muscle, left side of the neck and shoulder. Bring your attention to the breath, close the eyes, lengthen breath through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Relaxing also through the pelvis as well. You're letting gravity take over. You're releasing, relaxing the pelvis towards the floor. Good. Slowly as you lift the head, neck in a neutral position. Bring the arms back underneath you. Start to push floor away and wiggle that left knee back in. Right knee comes off the block. Bring the block over to the left side. First, come to a neutral position here. Inhale into a cow. Exhale, round back into cat. Belly button, draw it in. Good. Slowly as you lower down, come down to the forearms, to the thighs and belly, nice and flat. The block comes in now, your knee comes in, 90-degree bend. Block supports the knee, the thigh on the left side, and you look to the left, your right arm resting beside you, your left arm beside you here, palm of your right hand facing up, your right ear is down, and you're looking to the left ear as you relax through the head and neck. Wiggle the shoulders a little bit away from the ear. If you were up here and you threaded your left arm through, you could also be here also. You could be here on this side too, if you went for the arm threading through. This is a bit much sometimes, right? We'll come to those shoulder stretches again a little bit later. Right now, try to relax more through the neck and shoulders and rest the right side of your head face down to the mat. Eyes are closed, pelvis, hips, lower back are relaxing, gravity taking over, of course. And keep your attention on the breath here. Lengthen the inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Good. Slowly, as you start to lift the head, gently bring the arm back around. Start to press floor away. Thigh comes off the block. Come back to a neutral tabletop position here. And again, shake the head no a couple of times. Maybe nod the head slowly, yes. Rounding back as you exhale in cat. Good. Now either one bolster or two pillows, or one pillow, it depends on the thickness of the pillow. You want the pillow to be a little bit thicker. If it's this thin, I'm going to go ahead and place two pillows on top of each other. If you do have a yoga bolster, of course, it's a little bit thicker. That should be fine. You want to position that in the sort of long direction, kind of vertically in this direction. Not vertically, but position it along the mat, the length of the mat. I'm going to go ahead and grab another bolster here, another pillow here. I want to place that on top of the other here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and bring this close to me, and I'm going to sit my left hip next to it. So my legs are creating this shape, this sort of 90-degree shape here, okay? So my right leg has a 90-degree bend, and there's a line from my right thigh going roughly through the middle of the pillow here, okay? And then my left thigh, if you could see it on this side, my hip is placed down, I'm next to the pillow, and my thigh is going across perpendicular to the pillow. So the pillows are here, and my thigh is perpendicular to the pillow in this direction. 90-degree bend in my knee here also. So L-shaped right leg, and roughly an L-shaped left leg. Now, those that want a slightly deeper twist, one hand on each side as you come down, and then your right ear is coming down to the pillow, and your forearms are resting besides the pillow here as you come to this twist. If that's a bit much, your left ear comes down and you're resting here. What's important is that your shoulders are relaxed and soft, your forearms are settled down, and these cushions or these pillows are supporting the belly chest as you come down, okay? If you want a deeper twist, you're looking to your left as you place your right ear down. Forearms relax as you rest here. At any point, if your neck is a bit sensitive, you could lift the head and place the left ear down. And this way the neck is in a more natural position with respect to the twist that your lower half and your hips are going through. Slowly start to wiggle the forearms a little closer together. Gently start to push floor away. Head comes off the pillow. Shake the head no a couple of times as soon as it comes off the pillow, and nod the head gently, yes, a couple of times. Let's go ahead and switch sides now. I'm going to go ahead and just come across, and I'm going to sit my right hip and thigh next to the bolster again here, like this. I'm going to make an L shape. So right now, I'm facing my left, but as my belly chest comes down, I want to create a little twist to the right. If the neck is sensitive, you're going to just keep the right ear down. If the neck is okay, you want that deeper twist. As you come down, lift, lengthen out of the waist here, slowly as you turn, and you're coming down with your belly chest on the pillow, on the bolster, and your left ear resting. You want the forearms to be relaxed and resting on the floor here. Soften through the neck and shoulders. At any point, if that's a bit much for the neck, you simply lift the head nice and slow and place the right ear down. So now there's a natural twist of the neck with respect to your lower back. Continue to stay heavy with the chest and the belly, completely releasing onto your pillows or your bolster. Good. Slowly, as you begin to release, gently as you press floor away, as your chest comes off the pillow and your head comes off, again, nice and easy, shake the head now, nod the head, yes, a couple of times, and come back to a seated position here. Now, some can rest the pillows behind and come down on them for a supported back bend, right? And that'll look like this. I'll stack them up on top of each other, or unless you have one, good size yoga bolster, you can also use the yoga bolster. You'll come down, you'll bring your hips all the way back so the lower back is touching against the bottom of the bolster or the pillows, and then you'll slowly come down and you'll rest here. You can relax the legs all the way out, or you could bring the soles of the feet together and butterfly the knees open. That's really up to you and what feels better for you here. And you can rest your head back, or have a blanket maybe underneath the neck to support the neck here. Today, I'm going to actually go ahead and use the blocks instead. So I'm going to go ahead and position, this time I'm going to position the thicker block that I have. You could, if your blocks are same size, that's totally okay. I'm going to position that in the mid-back in this direction, not across, right? I'm going to use the length across the mid-back as I slowly go ahead and come down onto it, okay? And then the other block, I'm going to go ahead and use it as a pillar, as a support for my head and neck, as my head and neck comes down to rest on it, okay? So go ahead and get that set up for yourself. Situate yourself in a comfortable position as you slowly come down onto the block. So mid-back and the head supported with the other block. Okay, so just make sure that's in a good position as you slowly come And if you position it just right at the base of your skull, you'll get a nice little neck stretch there also. Okay, we'll be here for a few minutes, so get comfortable. Again, you could butterfly the knees open in a supported cobbler's pose or Supta Baddha Konasana. Soft and relax through the chest and belly. Lengthen the breath here. Feel the lift or rise of chest and belly here as you inhale. And exhaling as you release. Your body, your vessel, melting heavier onto the blocks here. Allowing your nervous system to settle down. Focusing on the breath. Releasing any tension throughout the body, especially through the head and neck and lower back and hips. Each time your attention drifts away from the breath here, bring it right back to the breath. You could lengthen the inhale, even pause at the top. Opening mouth as you sigh the breath out. Slowly, as we wiggle the toes and the hands a bit here, nice and slow, 1 foot heel at a time as you bend with the knee and bring the feet in, and then gently roll over to any side that's comfortable for you. Make sure your forearm supports your weight on that side as you come off the blocks or you come off the pillow. Blocks or the pillow over to the side, come on down to the back and hug the knees into the chest. Even maybe roll into a ball here and lift the head off the floor, forehead close to knees here, hug the knees in, maybe even wrap arms around hands, grab opposite elbows as you release through the lower back. Now keep the knees there, relax the head back down and really press the knees into the chest here. Shoulders away from ears here as we slightly tilt the chin inward to elongate through the back of the neck as well as the spine, as we press the tailbone and lower back towards the floor. The knees press into the arms and the arms are hugging the knees right back in. The two work against each other to flatten out the back. Inhaling. Exhaling as we squeeze. And slowly as you release. Now, 1 pillow or 2 pillows, again, underneath the feet here, underneath the legs, right? 1 or 2 is okay. I'm going to just use 1 today. Keep a block nearby in case you need to support on the thigh. We're going to come into these figure 4 twists to come into the IT bands. Let's go ahead and set that up. So bring the block nearby and set up your pillow. Good. So we're going to go ahead and have the feet on the pillow initially. We're going to figure 4 right foot across the left side. We're going to wiggle the left foot to the left edge of the mat and let the weight of the right sort of start to drag the left knee and thigh towards the floor. If you need a block here, the block is going to support the weight of the right thigh outside here. If you want the deeper twist, just let gravity kind of take over and let that foot heel or on the right side really press against the outside of the knee thigh. Across the upper back and shoulders, relax and continue to focus on your breath here. Good. Gently as we release the foot off the knee, nice and slow, lift up the left knee and bring it back to center here. Bring the feet back onto the pillow. Go ahead and maybe shake out that left side just a bit. Okay. Feet on the pillow or on the cushion, on the bolster. Left crosses over right and let the figure 4 come down to the left. The weight of your left shin, foot, is going to drag the right knee thigh towards the floor, but your right foot is going to stay to the right edge of the mat as you come down. Upper back, shoulders relaxed as you settle. Good. Slowly as you slide the left foot off the pillow here, this time nice and easy as you wiggle the feet back towards the center, rest them on the pillow, bring the soles of the feet together and allow the knees again to butterfly open. Relax here for a bit, make sure you're centered across your mat and your lower back is relaxing down, it's pressed down, and your knees knees, thighs are opening apart here. Broad through the chest also, relaxing through the head and neck. Wiggle around a little bit. Let's take 3 deep inhales and exhales together. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale it out. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale it out. Inhale again. Exhale side out. Good. Slide the feet, legs over the pillows here. Take a nice long pencil stretch here. Reach the hands overhead. And again, hug the right knee into the chest. This time, maybe forehead to knee, or you come up a little bit higher. Give it a good squeeze here into the right armpit. Move it here left and right a bit. And keeping the left leg straight, guide your right knee across to your left. And palm of the left hand gently helping you extend the thigh out of the hip socket as you roll and cup and press the thigh towards the floor. Now, you could look to your right if you want and keep your right arm extended out. Or your gaze could be upward, neutral neck. Your choice here. But exhale and press. Inhale, don't press. Let the right side relax and open with the breath here. Gently bending knee, head back into a neutral position, and the knee back to center, lower back flat, and hug that knee again into the chest here. Extend it up, circle around a little bit with the ankle and foot, and let's go ahead and switch sides. Left knee comes in, again, firm interlace, knee in towards the left armpit side with some motion across left and right here to not only massage the hip socket but also the lower back. And now, with the head relaxing, you're going to guide your left knee to your right. Your right leg is straight and the leg is relaxed, resting over the bolster or the pillow. You could turn to the left if you want, soften through the neck and shoulders. Again, as you breathe, don't press with the hand. Breathe into the rib cage belly on the left side. And then exhaling, you're pressing a bit more with the right hand. Good. Slowly as you release, coming back to center, we want to go ahead and make sure the lower back is neutral again and flat as we hug both knees back into the chest. Maybe forehead to knee again as you roll into a ball. Hug the knees in. Good. Make sure you have enough room to extend the legs all the way out, pillow over to the side, and we're going to go ahead and grab our strap. Okay? So we'll start on the right side with the strap, and we want the strap sort of already in a loop, right? So as I've shown you before or in the beginning of class, we're going to go ahead and put this into a loop. Make sure our hands have a comfortable grip on each side, and the double strap over the ball of the right foot. Okay, extend it up, a firm grip here. Let the hips settle here, nice and relax. And let the leg travel a little bit here, left and right, circle it around, just to make sure the right hip is really settling down. Now, give your toes plenty of room so they're not strangled, okay? Flexing toes towards you, really extend through that right heel. Maybe even engage the right quadricep just a bit. Head relaxing. Inhaling and exhale, begin to increase the pull now. Shoulders, elbows relaxing towards the middle. Firm grip, and then your hands are doing the pulling here. Maybe more engagement through your forearms and your biceps as you increase the tension across into the straps and across the back of the right leg as we deepen the stretch here. Lengthen breath through the nose. Try to exhale also now through the nose. Now we're going to go ahead and pass the strap to the right hand and abduct over to the right side. Pillow or block can support the leg, or you could relax the leg on the floor, or you could maintain the elevation and the engagement in the arm here. And belly button in, relax through the pelvis here, maintain that firm grip here. Breathing through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Now as you brace through the core and you travel back up to center, you pass both straps into your left hand. So your left palm has a firm grip. The right foot heel travels away from you and over across into the left side here. Soften through the neck and shoulders, belly button draw it in a bit here, and then you decide how much you want to pull with that left hand across and down as you guide the foot in that direction. Meanwhile, energetically, you'll try to send your right hip to the right and towards the floor. Maybe you look to the right and soften through the shoulders and the neck here as you breathe. Releasing, coming back up to center, you will bend through the knee, and each hand again hanging onto a strap, and you bring the knee in towards that right armpit side. You could relax the head. The shin is vertical, right? The sole of the foot is pointing up towards the ceiling, and the shin is not like this. The shin is vertical as you increase that pull. You can even bring the hands together here and pull the hands toward the forehead. Slowly as you release, bring the left foot in to take the place of the right foot. And shake out that right leg several times. Okay? Rest the foot on the floor and ball of the strap over the ball of the left foot. Relax the head down, even grip, and let the foot heel play a little bit here. Let the hips settle. And once they've settled and you're really flexing toes towards you, extending through the left heel, begin to inhale. And exhale, begin to increase now the pull here. Flexing toes towards you. Active quadricep on the left side. Belly button, you might pull it in just a bit. Try to press the lower back into the floor. As you lengthen breath through the nose, exhale through the mouth or through the nose. Pass the strap over to the left hand and abduct over to your left side. Continue to relax through the neck and shoulders. And again, that leg can hover. It could rest on a pillow or the block, or you could rest it on the floor. It depends on how much you want to pull with your left hand. But make sure the pelvis is even and the lower back and the hips are grounded down to your mat. Good. Back up to center as you travel. Pass the strap over to your right hand. Left foot heel, relax it away. Inhaling. Exhaling over and to your right. Now your upper body might wiggle a bit to the right here as you send the left foot heel across, your right hand doing the pulling and guiding. We want to ensure the upper back shoulders are grounded down. We might even look to the left a little bit here. And we're trying to bring this left hip back towards the floor so energetically it's moving away to the left as we pull with the right hand, increasing the tension, the stretch across the left thigh, the IT all the way into the hip socket on the left side here. Slowly as you release and come back to center, each hand takes a strap again, firm grip, bending through the left knee. The shin is vertical on the left side. Sole of the left foot pointed towards the ceiling, and give that little pull as you hold here. Belly button in, and your right foot heel is probably touching down. You're extending it away, breathing here. Gently as we release, put the strap over to the side and shake out the knee a little bit here, bend a little bit here, maybe bend both knees as you bring them in, and again hug the knees into the chest and circle around a little bit here, left and right. Massage the mid back and the lower back. Good. Now rock your way back and forth to massage the mid-back and lower back here. For our final asana, we're going to go ahead and bring the block with us. We're going to set up a bridge pose and rest the hips on the block. If you're in a space where a wall is nearby and you can comfortably scoot your mat next to the wall, that option is also possible. Otherwise, the block in a good position as you keep the legs now elevated, okay? And the block is sort of pressing the tailbone away and upward to release a bit through the lumbar and the lower back. If you want it to support the lower back here, you have to be careful because as you take your hips up, then you might not have as much support. So I shift the block a little bit further down and make sure my hips are comfortable, and then one at a time as I keep them elevated here. Across the upper back and shoulders, soften down, relax, and keep the legs inverted. Calm, steady breath. And if those that want a supported more of a back bend, you could bring the feet down, bring the soles of the feet together and butterfly the knees open. So you could do that here also, whichever position you're more comfortable in. If your feet were up in the air, gently as you start to bend the knees and lower the feet back down. If your feet were already down, your knees were butterflied open, slowly bring the knees and the inner thighs together. Lift up the hips here and place the block over to the side. One vertebrae as you come down and hug the knees back into the chest. Come to your favorite side or rock your way back and forth up to a seated position. Okay, let's go ahead and you could sit on your pillow or on your block also, cross-legged as you sit up, nice and tall, or you could sit Japanese style on the knees and on the shins here. Shrug the shoulders up, back, and down a few times. And shrug them up, forward, and down a few times here. Sit up tall, gently shake the head no, and nod the head yes. Good. Now you raise your left hand, bring it across your head, and gently press your left ear down to your left shoulder as your left hand presses. I'm doing my right side, so I'm just being your mirror here. So just mirror what I'm doing. Softly as you release, neutral head, neck, and other side. Inhaling, exhaling as you release, allowing the weight of the hand to settle probably your right ear to your right shoulder. Slowly as you release. Again, shake the head no. Nod the head yes. Have the hands behind you here. Press into the floor. Lift the hips off the floor a little bit here. Inhaling. Relax your head back. Let the head rest on the trapezius, on the shoulders. Slowly, as you release, come back to a seated position. Inhale, sweep arms overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center as we seal our practice. Namaste. Thank you again. Gratitude for sharing this virtual space together. Thank you for joining me. Until next time.